Starting to the bottom right of Belchevestic in game number 1 here at the GSTL match between Prime and StarTale is the Prime player. It is
MarineKing Prime.
MarineKing. Notice the new UI has been updated and it's even transparent. Some of the things on the screen you can see there.
Yeah. And starting to the top left we have MarineKing's opponent. He's starting for Team StarTale, the Zerg player in blue. It is
StarTale Golden.
Golden was able to qualify, as mentioned, for Code A yesterday. He had to defeat several Terran players to get into this position. He used a lot of aggressive timings and said that against MarineKing he cannot prepare a specific build because of the lack of VODs that are out there for the Prime player. But he has a lot of builds to choose from, and we are going to find out right now what Golden has in mind.
Dogfight.
Ooh.
Barbie versus StarTale
Bow Wow. I like it. But Grr Prime, I'm sorry, buddy, but this is Warhound. We established that already, Warhound Prime, but I like Bow Wow.
Yeah, Bow Wow has a funny name. His actual name is Mung Mung, which is...
No. It's Bow Wow.
It's well, we just call him Bow Wow. Well, it's actually a her, actually. That's the other thing. I'm like, ah.
No. Don't confuse that wolf.
So it's the dog fight with these two little dogs become a cat fight very quickly.
Alright, so if those dogs are actually like girls, would that be a potential mating partner for a wolf?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Do you want to have another look?
I've looked well.
You definitely did. Well, in the game at hand, we have gas already taken for MarineKing, which is actually funny. Oh, the drone gets into the main base and scouts the refinery.
And he's not going to trap it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, never
Now
mind.
he is. But the thing is, like, you know, MarineKing is known to be such a greedy player. I mean, if the word greed has a definition in StarCraft, MarineKing's picture is right next to it.
Yeah.
This guy will go for, I don't know, quadruple CCs before barracks. I actually don't know. But, like,
yeah,
this is the one style that he always causes downfall.
Yeah, like MarineKing probably played the greed game type in StarCraft 1, where you race to see who gets 10,000 minerals first. That player wins. That's probably what he did, man. He is the greediest guy you'll ever meet. Notice the Marines stacked really close to this so that he can prevent the drone from running away after the cancel, if it in fact is a cancel.
What MarineKing is doing, of course, is starting here with the Reaper first. This is one of the things that you really want to do against Zerg these days. It's such a cool build, such a cool opener, because you can get scouting information. You will be able to jump into that main base with the Reaper and find out what's going on there. You want to know, does the Zerg player take gas? Does he rely on taking 2 or 3 bases only with Queen support? Really important for you. And of course, MarineKing now heading into factory and command center afterwards.
Yep, he's just doing a very standard transition here. The Reaper is going to allow him to see how many drones are still mining gas, which in this case for Golden was 1, but he pulled even the final one out after the Reaper shows up, so I think he wants to make him think he's not mining anymore. This Spinecrawler, of course, will save the Harvester. In fact, he makes a Spore.
Nice micro so far, adds the Extractor here. Needs to chase those Reapers away, but he has to wait a little bit longer until the Queen's out.
Such patience here by Gold. Now the Queen is out and the Reaper will have to leave. He's actually going to try to kill that drone. Barely not able to, but the cancel is good, and the Spore becomes a drone again.
Really good defense by Golden here, and he goes into speed with the first 100 gas that he mined, whereas MarineKing is of course starting with a double CC. What else would you expect? He's MarineKing after all.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what Golden does. I mentioned his strategies in the Code A qualifier. What he did was rely on several Ling-Baneling timings. Some of them on 2 base, some of them on 3 base with 1-1 upgrades. So it's definitely something that we could see today from him. But right now he's just droning it up, getting his speed out so that he can scout that he is also prepared for any kind of ground aggression, especially, of course, the Hellions.
Yeah, the Hellions are going to be really annoying for Golden to deal with. He sees them now with his Zergling here. And the 3rd base for Golden, very much delayed. He even makes a Spinecrawler on 2 base just to be safe. And oh, it looks like the drone will just barely be able to start that hatchet before the Hellions can intercept. This is actually really nice for Golden. If he had been slowed there, it would have affected his timing so much.
Yeah. One of the things that we can expect in this game if MarineKing uses the strategies that are now used on ladder and in most of the tournaments is that he's heading into Bio Widowmine. And against Bio Widowmine, a lot of the Zerg players will now these days rely on Infestor. Scarlet already showcased it against MVP when she played against him, trying to drop those Infestor Terrans to activate the cooldown of the Widowmines before moving in. Another thing that you can do is, of course, heading into swarm hosts. It's something that is not used that much anymore to try to achieve this goal. In the late game, we sometimes see the Ultralisk transitions. Even Broodlords can be really, really strong against it. But at first, most of the players these days are trying to achieve this with just adding a few Infestors and then dropping those Infested Terrans.
Exactly. The Infested Terrans seem to be a little bit more familiar for the players to use because they've used them already in the past before to great lengths. I mean, catching medevacs, for example, fungling armies.
You know, using the word familiar is actually a really good description here, because a lot of the players are just now starting to explore swarm hosts a little bit more and trying to incorporate them in their daily builds. This is something that we see more and more happening on the Korean ladder. But for now, we are stuck in the early game, and there we have a Queen already going down to the Hellions. Those Zerglings couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, they still can't.
MarineKing being aggressive here, but now you can see that Golden is suddenly going for the Baneling Nest, and he's also producing a lot of Zerglings here.
This is a very different timing than the ones that we saw yesterday. The ones we saw yesterday were at 1-1 oftentimes, or a little bit later with Baneling speed. This is really, really aggressive.
In the game that we casted against Ganji on Whirlwind, he actually tried to hit the exact same strategy, but then the Banshee spotted him and he had to move back. So this is just him just using basically the same style that he did in that game. The only difference here really is that MarineKing went down a completely different tech path, so this could do a lot of damage if microed properly.
Yeah, but looks like MarineKing is going to scout it. Does he turn around here? No. Well, for a moment, sees the watchtower, now sees all of the Banelings, all of them are exposed here. Oh no, this is terrible for Golden, but the surround is good actually.
The surround is great, he takes on the Hellions.
And now here come the Banelings rolling in still. The Marines want to intercept here, but they don't want to connect with those Banelings, that's for sure. He wants to target them, and he does.
Golden tries to put them into a corner, and he is achieving his goal, but the problem is that all of the Banelings are already gone. MarineKing with a great focus.
Yeah, MarineKing holding it down here, holding down the fort. Now still down in supply just a little bit. The second wave, though, is what he's going to have to worry about. The second wave of Banelings is now morphing.
Guys, this was awesome from both players. First of all, Golden trapping the Hellions, having two separate forces of Zerglings, trapping them at the ramp, and then MarineKing getting to the shots off against the Banelings, using those Marines. And even though Golden cut off the retreat path with his micro and his target firing, MarineKing took down the Banelings, and the Zerglings alone, they couldn't stomach it.
This is really, really close here. Widowmine gets a good hit on the Lings. There's Marauders out now as well, and one was about to finish for MarineKing, but it's not ready yet.
The Banelings, but the Marine split for the MarineKing is good. The Zerglings trying to run in here. The bunker is using everything that he can for the defense, and Golden, he knows transitioning at this point is going to be rough. He needs to go for it. He's building 30 additional Zerglings. He's morphing Banelings. He wants to go for round number 3.
He certainly does. This is all in by Golden. He has no backup plan. The Banelings, though, are going right into the middle line.
Oh, that is going to hurt. He doesn't detonate them. He does not detonate them. He could have killed 8 or 9 SCVs there. He's trying to bust those Marines down, but MarineKing with an amazing split.
Great split here. The Widowmine also gets a great shot off on the Banes, and it looks like he is going to hold and stabilize here. There is a Roach Warren in production right now, so he's got a somewhat of a follow-up plan going into this, but MarineKing already has the third base.
That was devastating. The Harvester count is in favor of MarineKing. Golden did not see that those two Banelings were amongst so many SCVs. He could have taken down a lot of them, and the only thing that Golden can do right now is go from all in to all in, trying to now go into Roaches, but both 1-1 is done for MarineKing, and he's headed straight into +2/+2.
Yeah, and this Widowmine shot is decent again. He's got more and more Widowmines rallying out. He has Stim. 1-1 is complete. The Marauders want to tank the shots, and so far, good kiting by MarineKing.
Way too many Widowmines right now. That's the perfect defense. This is exactly what he needs. If he targets with the Widowmines, this is the only thing that he has to do. Here come the Banelings, here come the Zerglings. He's trying to go for it.
The bunker is empty, and the SCVs are exposed here.
The Widowmine's all in cooldown. This is going to change very soon. And here we go. A great shot by the Widowmine.
Yeah, and this is looking worse and worse for Golden all the time because he's just not able to finish him off. Yeah, he does sub damage, but the Widowmines are cleaning too much up. And the Widowmines are not dying. Yeah. So it just gets harder and harder for him to go with his next waves.
Down in army supply, down in worker supply. Things are looking grim for Golden. His constant aggression is being defended. MarineKing with the hold. The Zerglings running in. The Widowmines.
Widowmines are burrowed once more, and he's just got too many medevacs out at this point. 2-2 is on the way.
Widowmines with their splash already doing a little bit of damage against the Marauders, but the medevacs, they are there to heal them.
You can see the supply. It's now 20 up for MarineKing. He's keeping his SCVs alive. He's mining so much of that third base. And the attacks are getting weaker and weaker. At this point, MarineKing is going to start thinking about doing a counterattack. This next wave of Zerglings is probably going to be the last one that we see.
He is so far ahead in upgrades. He is nearly on 2-2, and as soon as he has those done, he will be on 2-2 against 0 upgrades of Golden.
Yeah, this no lair. He doesn't have. He can't even make an Overseer to see the Widow Mines.
This is horrible for Golden. I mean, this game, MarineKing, he has it in his hands. He can decide what's going to happen next. He will put on the counter aggression very soon. Has to defend against the Lings here.
Good splits.
With this many Widow Mines, there shouldn't be a problem for the Terran player.
You know, he splits his Lings perfectly there, but it just doesn't matter because he can't go any further. The Bioforce is about to be at 2-2 with this many medevacs out and the additional factory he's now producing. Things are looking terrible for Golden. He's not making any sort of transition here. He's going to go with the second wave this time. Well, I guess this is maybe like the 5th wave now, but this is a different type of wave because now he's coming with roaches as well, but MarineKing has enough.
He is desperate. MarineKing has now +2 attack. He's going into +3 attack. Might even research the armor upgrade here. He has the bigger army. He has more supply in workers. He sees what's coming. He has to borrow his Widow Mines though.
And here they go. They burrow. The split on the roaches is decent, but the Widow Mines still go off, and there's no way he's breaking through this. Mules are dropped.
He's stopping the Mule Hammer here. He's letting them dance, and he's moving in with another stim, chasing down these units. Golden is out of luck.
Golden is certainly out of luck here, and nice target firing on the Baneling. It doesn't even matter with +2/2 armor for MarineKing.
GG.